right, welcome back to Talking with Thomas, Curly Head Tom, Wavy Tom, whatever you want to call me. Yes, sir. It's been an interesting week, a busy week, a lot of stuff going on in my life, enjoy that. There's just a lot of stuff going on. But today's video is going to be about cancel culture and partly about what's going on in Ethiopia. Let's go. All right, we're gonna talk about cancel culture, the whole shebangaloo. But shebangaloo, what am I saying? But cancel culture is simple. It's canceling somebody for what they've done in the past or present. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I know I might sound like a hypocrite for what I'm about to say, but for example, I don't think we should cancel Yapkal and Gorgorios just yet. Let me explain. One, they said these things 8 years ago, which doesn't mean what they said doesn't hold power, because they were adults. So what they said still holds weight. Like, they said it with full knowledge and full intent. Like, they knew what they were doing. They weren't dumb kids. They knew what they were doing when they put out those tweets. Especially Yapkal, because apparently he's been through sexual assault. So like, I would assume he would know better. But they knew what they were saying when they put those tweets out. But in 8 years you can grow. In 8 years you can have a lot of experiences. In 8 years there's a lot of stuff you can do, and that can happen to you, and that you can do in 8 years that really changes your mindset. For me, for example, freshman year to now me about to be a senior, like, I've changed. If you know me close, like, if you actually know me, you know like how I've changed. So in 8 years, I think they could have changed a lot. I mean, going from 18 to 20, 25, 26, that's almost a decade. That's a lot of time. And at that point, 18, high school, senior year, like, you're going to college, or I don't know if they went to college, but just in general, like, it's like you're growing up still at 18. Your brain isn't even fully developed until 25. So I'm not saying this is an excuse. I'm not saying, let them slide for what they did. However, let's give them a chance let's give people who are being canceled a chance to, like, prove to us that they're not the people who they were when they did stuff in the past. And if it's things that people do now, I mean, you can cancel them, you can stop, doing it. Depends what they did. Honestly, for me, it depends what they did. Racism, stuff like that, yeah, sure, go get canceled. Sexual abuse, sexual assault, rape, stuff like that, yeah, for sure. Stuff like, like faking views or like doing stuff like that, I don't think that's something that should be, like, canceled. I mean, you can get exposed, people can laugh at you, but that's different. But in total, I don't think you should be canceling something you did years ago, because I know for a fact me or anyone who's canceling people wouldn't want to be canceled, for something they did 8 years ago. That's, me speaking from just me personally, like, how I would feel. So, yeah. All right. So, different shirt. Actually, you might not even know, but different day because I forgot to film the rest of the video yesterday. But let's do the Ethiopia part of it. It's not gonna be that long. Pretty much, I mean, if you know what's going on in Ethiopia, a singer was killed, a Oromo singer was killed, and all hell broke loose in Ethiopia. There's a lot of tension between the different tribes. There's a lot of, something about political parties. Again, I'm not the most educated about this topic, which means I'm not going to dive deep into it. And I'm not going to be talking about, like, what's the solution, what's the problem, stuff like that. If you're looking for an answer like that, don't come to me, because my situation my problem is more with my generation and what we're doing about it and how we're going about talking about it. Basically, if you're going on live and talking about it, you're entitled to your own opinion. You're entitled to go on live. You're entitled to go on IG. Do whatever you want. You can go talk about it. But don't mislead people. Don't give false information. Don't talk about stuff that you have no clue about. Don't make stuff up. Don't be like, oh, and then just say something because you think that's like, don't say something that you want it to be like, or like how you want it to be. Say facts. And if you're saying opinions, or like, oh, like stuff like that, make sure people know, because you don't want people to take what you say literally and then, like, start saying what you said, and that's how false stuff spread. So we don't want that. Another thing, arguing about this, like, fighting is not going to solve anything. If we're divided and we're in America, we're not even in Ethiopia, just think about how many people in Ethiopia are divided. Think about how many people are fighting, how many people are scared for their lives, how many, like, people are scared to just go outside, like, go on a walk, much less go for, like, groceries or anything like that. So if anything, we should be trying to support for something good to come out of what's coming out, because God, everything that God does, whether it be evil or anything, there's always good always comes out of it. So, yeah. So we should be praying. We should be talking about it. We should be educated. We should be educating ourselves. But please don't start fights. Don't do this. If you're in a live and you're trolling and you're doing dumb stuff, I already called someone out for that because she was doing the most, and I told her to go somewhere with that. But if you're in a live and you're causing trouble and stuff like that, I mean, you can call someone on another live. You can go, kick rocks, forget rocks, kick boulders. You can do a lot of stuff other than being alive, especially if you're under the age of 14. I don't know why you're in these lives. There's one thing to be educated, another thing to act like and talk as if you know what you're talking about, like when you really don't. So please know what you're saying, because I've already came at somebody for that. And again, I didn't come at them because they weren't educated. I came at them, or because they were or weren't educated. I came at them because they were talking about stuff they didn't know. Like it was so clear that they didn't know what they were talking about, that like everyone just telling them shut up. And I just took it a step further to sort of like go somewhere with that. Called her out on live. Some of y'all might know the story. I'm not going to go into detail about it right now. But to conclude, in unity, we can solve a lot of things. When we're united, nothing really can stop us. So let's not let the death of Hachalu make us separated. And yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm not going to do a separate outro because that's getting old. But if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on YouTube. It's going to be on the description, whatever. Follow me here, like it, share it, whatever. Yeah, bye.
What you need from me now? Where should I be? I love you for you. You love me for me.